Oh, I didn't see you guys there. But yo, this book is so good, you've got to check it out. And also welcome to Islam in 90, the series in which I answer your commonly asked questions about Islam and Muslims in 90 seconds or less. Let's roll the clock. So today we want to talk about how Islam views racism. As we all know, on the forefront of everyone's minds these days is the deeply rooted systemic racism that has existed in our country since its inception. But before we can even talk about it, we have to take a time out and talk about how none of us should be responding to racism that clearly exists in our society. Wait up, hold on just a second. Shouldn't we be saying all lives matter? Look, responding to Black Lives Matter by saying all lives matter is hurtful, it's offensive, and it undermines the importance of this crucial movement in our country today. It is the innocent Black lives that are being taken at the hands of police brutality that this movement is focused on. It is also the systemic racism that has impacted Black people in our nation for hundreds of years that we must address and challenge now. Let me give you a metaphor. If a house was on fire and the fire department showed up and started spraying down every single house on the block saying all homes matter, that would make no sense. They should give their time and their attention to the house that is actually burning. And much like that, we as a people need to give our time and attention to the importance of uplifting and protecting Black lives today. There's just no way I could be racist. My best friend is Black. Look, it's wonderful that you have a Black friend. But just because you do, and just because you know Black people, doesn't mean you may not have engaged in discriminatory behavior in your life, or failed to challenge racist practices and policies that exist within our state and within our country. It's not just about individual bias or lack thereof, but it's about the bigger picture and our collective work to challenge racism in our society. White privilege? What white privilege? I don't get anything handed out to me just because I'm white. Wait a second, are you trying to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist? Maybe for you, it doesn't because you've never had to experience discrimination or racism firsthand like myself or countless other members of minority groups have. If you've never had to worry about the color of your skin, your accent, or your faith, or many other factors being the reason you didn't get a job, or the reason that your mortgage application was denied, then maybe you haven't experienced it firsthand. But the reality is, white privilege in this country does exist, and we need to recognize that if we're going to fix things. Wait, hold up. I'm colorblind. When I look at you, I don't see color. You say you're colorblind? That's gotta be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. The reality is, color exists around us every day and we see it with our own eyes. And to say you're colorblind is very offensive and hurtful because it dismisses, ignores, and overlooks the pain and suffering that people of color have been through in this country for hundreds of years. Rather than saying that, what we should say is that we see color, we embrace it, and we are gonna work together against the policies and the systemic racism that has impacted people of color for generations. From these examples, you can see how this is the wrong way to respond to racism in our country, and how by saying some of these things that may seem helpful are actually very hurtful and offensive to Black people and people of color. Let's work together in collectively fighting against racial injustice and inequality in our country and moving towards a better future for us all. For more information, go to CAIR-Oklahoma.com and check out our new guide to Islam and Muslims in Oklahoma. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.